What if I said that you can strengthen your brain, improve your imagination, empathy, knowledge, vocabulary, focus, along with reducing stress and helping fight depression, all by implementing one thing in your life? Well, you've tuned into the Joy Network where just owning you is your responsibility. In this video, we're going to be talking about how reading books can change your life and the benefits of reading. I know the topic of reading doesn't leave the best taste in your mouth, especially when school sort of ruined books for most of us by shoving textbooks after textbooks down your throat, forcing you to memorize and regurgitate massive amounts of information about subjects that you may not have been interested in. Not to mention, the majority of people find reading for pleasure to be archaic, time-consuming, and boring. In fact, why read a book when you can just find a YouTube video to give you a decent summary in 15 minutes instead of dedicating a week to reading? This leads me to my first point: strengthening your brain. You can't become more fit by watching YouTube exercise videos. You need to actually perform the action if you're looking to obtain any results. The same goes for reading. Much like working out where you tear down muscle fibers through exercise and allow them to rebuild in order to be stronger, your mind reworks the connections in your brain when you read, helping you to build stronger, more efficient, and sophisticated connections. In 2013, a study was done where a group of individuals read a book called Pompeii for 9 days. As the story became more tense, the brain became more active. Days after the test, the brain still showed signs of increased activity, specifically with the somatosensory cortex. That's the part of the brain that responds to physical sensations like movements and pain. But strengthening your brain isn't the only benefit. Our second benefit, imagination, is another. Imagination is the creative expression within our minds. While it might not seem important, having imagination is one of the most crucial aspects of our existence. It's unique to everyone. Reading books allows you to explore worlds outside of your own, truly unique ideas, perspectives, and concepts created by others that you may not have thought of on your own. Without imagination, we wouldn't have dreams, aspirations, or the world we live in today. Everything comes into existence by the way of humans imagining it as a concept in their mind first. Reading helps inspire our imaginations to create new ideas and concepts, and in some cases that can lead to a physical manifestation. Just think cars, light bulbs, the internet. All of these were just ideas formed from imagination at one point. Imagination is what gives color to our reality. Without it, life becomes dull. Moving on to our third benefit, empathy. Having the ability to empathize is being able to understand someone else's feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and perspective. It makes us more aware of things outside of ourselves. This is called the theory of mind. Essentially, the ability to navigate, build, and maintain social relationships. For example, reading novels where you're following the story of an individual gives you an inside view into another's mind, the actions they take, why they take it, what they're thinking, and how they're feeling. In most cases, you probably wouldn't understand initially why they feel or do the things they do because it's outside of your own set of actions, thoughts, or beliefs. Being able to view the reasoning, action, and outcome of another helps provide you with a bigger perspective than what you originally started with. Your fourth benefit will be that your vocabulary comprehension increases. Now, this is pretty straightforward. Everyone writes differently, they use different vocabulary. How they present their stories are different. So by reading more often, you're exposing yourself to new experiences, strategies, different scenarios, basically amassing a diverse collection of knowledge. Increased vocabulary can be pretty helpful when you're trying to land a job too. Outside of technical skills, your soft skills are a pretty big factor your interviewers are going to be looking for. Your ability to communicate and understand a wider vocabulary will no doubt be impressive. Number 5, improve your focus. Look, the average human has less of an attention span than a goldfish. Social media, phones, TVs, and computers don't help that figure. Reading a book forces us to focus on that story or topic to gain a better understanding. We need to immerse ourselves if we're looking to gain the full experience of reading. And when you teach yourself to be fully immersed, you're less prone to distractions. Our sixth benefit is reducing stress. In 2009, an article published to the Journal of College Teaching and Learning by a group of researchers measured the effects of yoga, humor, and reading on the stress levels of students in health science programs. The students experienced high amounts of stress due to the demanding nature of the program. The study found that 30 minutes of reading lowered blood pressure levels, heart rate, and other forms of distress just as effectively as the other actions mentioned earlier. This allowed for them to forget about the real-world problems and healthily lower their stress levels. Our last benefit, number 7, is that it can potentially help with depression symptoms. Now, let me preface this. If you are experiencing any symptoms associated with depression, please reach out to your local organization that helps deal with depression. This is by no means a cure for people suffering from this affliction. However, there are studies that reading can help with the symptoms. For example, the Liverpool Health Inequalities Research Institute did a study on a group of people suffering from depression by implementing a reading program called bibliotherapy and its effects over a 12-month period. It was reported that individuals who participated saw improvements in mental health, concentration, better emotional understanding, and self-awareness. In conclusion, it's safe to assume that the list of benefits doesn't end with the 7 I mentioned here. If you don't believe me, try picking up a book and giving it a go. Now, don't go super hardcore and try to read 100 pages in one day, especially if you don't read regularly. Find a topic or genre that intrigues you. Devote 30 minutes or 20 to 30 pages a day. Build up your reading skills. As you read more, I have no doubt you will start to feel the benefits mentioned here and more. By the way, I want to know what you guys are reading. Comment down below what books you're currently engaged in and let me know what benefits you've gotten from reading it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and hit that sub button along with the bell. Thanks for watching, and remember, only you own you.